my brother Craig. I decided to make one for you. Shit. I've had a heart condition for the past, I don't know, 6 or 8 months. I put them on YouTube videos that are time release. I'll put this for, I'm 49, you're what? 51? You're lucky if you got 10 more or 15 more years. I'm lucky. Might be any day within weeks, Not feeling good. Yeah, I still remember that day at Bellamy Lake. We smoked a bunch of weed. It was like we were riding in the truck, at Jimmy. And it was bouncing along that road, and we thought we were in a covered wagon. Thought we were in a wagon, Most of it's this damn disease I've had for so long. I know it seems like I went crazy or something. Probably I did. In fact, most people that have this suicide or insanity is what happens 100% of the time. But I had, you don't have to be a genius. I don't have to go to a doctor. I used to teach doctors at the university level, so when I was a teacher, so guess you could use the word professor there, whatever. You never really, it's funny when you grow up with somebody, you never really take them seriously, It's hard for you, I'm sure, to understand. I know you kind of saw me as some punk kid, but I was a very, very successful business guy at one time in the studio business in LA and all kinds of businesses. And I wish I would have reached out more. Dad was me and him had a special little relationship when it was just me and him. He would get venomously, threateningly violent and abusive with me, and then, wasn't sexual, it was way violent and inappropriate and terrifying, so he liked you and I didn't like him. He was an evil man, that's just all there is to it. He was a piece of shit evil man. I'd piss on his fucking grave, I just didn't like him. And there's no excuse for what he did, to me. I'm not a victim or anything. It just happened, But it was inappropriate. And you went your own way. I figured we'd be friends our whole lives. We were only friends really close up until you were 16 and you took up with Paula that night and got laid for the first time. What a deal. The same woman your whole life mostly. I think that's great, but I could have never done it. I had a lot of gorgeous women, man. A lot of them. And not just because of the money, Some of them, I think they all loved me in a way, I wasn't so bad, but no, I couldn't have done that one woman. That must be a deal. Yeah, you always had because the way I was raised and you were raised, it's pretty common for parents to choose a couple of kids or one kid to pick on, and Dad chose me and Chris. Fuck, look how he fucked Chris up, I'm glad he's dead. Shit, I felt relief when he fucking died. I just felt relief. I mean, he gave you a sense of self-worth. You were the kind of guy, you just had a sense of entitlement. And some of it was right, some of it wasn't, You kind of paid for taking that inheritance money later. I got over it real quick. Looks like Chris still had, and it's like 2013 in January. He's just now getting pissed. I got over it quick because I think I made, 6 figures for the first time that year. and started having stuff of my own, and that felt better, you know. But I think it made me feel like shit because, you know, it reinforced the idea that Dad didn't give a flying fuck about me, and he did you know. But I forgot all about that pretty quick. But you learn the kind of trap of doing that kind of thing, because I've heard you try to explain it, and sometimes you can explain why you deserved a lot more than everybody else. Just you really believe it, you know. You got to get over that. You didn't. That's just the truth. You're just like everybody else, man. You had a way overblown sense of entitlement. You know, I never really had that, to tell you the truth. I didn't feel, Dad taught me to not feel entitled to anything ever. I couldn't even breathe until I was about 25 without feeling shame and guilt, you know. He taught me what a piece of garbage I was young, and instilled that in me. I didn't like him. He's an asshole. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the other thing that disappointed me and, you know, showed me you just didn't get it was when I came back there in 2001, and I wanted to know where Jessie was, and if it had been your daughter and you, I'd have said, let's go get her. This is fucking bullshit. That was my daughter. Those are strangers that had her, dude. I know all your little bullshit arguments against. I'm still not cool with it, really. I mean, I am, but it just showed what an out-of-control egomaniac you were. You know, but you're like, no, I can't in all good conscience. I'm like, dude, who the fuck do you think you are? That's my fucking daughter. You're my brother. You ought to be saying, let's go get her, brother. And that showed me. That's when I kind of went, well, this guy's a fucking egomaniac dick. If it had been your daughter, I said, let's go get her and I'll help you. But I'm not, you know, whatever. Mountain climbing. You wonder why you do that, you know? You should have got a little video camera. These fucking things are giving them away now. And, it's handy. You know, I know now why they build the pyramids, you know. Why them guys built the pyramids when you get old and sick and your time is limited and you see it. You just want to leave some kind of evidence you were here, and if that can be epic evidence, then cool. But, you know, for guys like us, I mean, I'm different than you and Dad. Dad said one day, we're people that'll just live and die unnoticed. And I was like, no, Dad, that's you. That's not me. That's you, you know. You don't get me still. I was 40-something when he said that. You know, I do music and shit. I ran up shit. I've worked with every music and rock star in the world and produced and engineered. I was more than happy to be in the background mostly, but I'm good. I'm one of the best there is anywhere, and at that. And I've left a bunch of music on the internet, and I think at some point you'll look at that with curiosity and go, how did that fucker do all that? There's a lot, and it's very professional, very good. It's sort of my pyramid, I guess. Made some videos for Jessie. They'll be time released on her birthdays for several years and so on. She was born a day before you, on John Lennon's birthday. You were born October 10th. It's the only one I remember. I don't know why. I may take a shower and fire up the shower, but I've been happier than... There it is, kicked right on. I'm happy. I'm ready to go. I'm in so much pain, dude. That's what caused all this, and you guys couldn't possibly understand it. You just thought I was some kind of crazy drug addict, and I never showed you when I was successful. I just moved away from y'all because Dad was such a damaging motherfucker. I think someday in the future you'll show people those videos I did and go, God damn, that is exceptional. How did he do that right before he died? It's like he knew it was coming. Yeah. I'm happy. Mountain climbing. I had know you went to South America and stuff and did all that. That's cool, Looks like you woke up some. I wish we could have been friends our whole lives. We took different routes. Rich man, poor man. Remember that? Fucking Nick Nolte. I don't know. Before you die, do something like I did once. Do something crazy, but it really makes you happy. Your body will break down before you can really fulfill it doing mountains. Maybe. I don't know. You'll have to figure out what it is, but leave your own damn pyramid, Shit. Well, it's January 2013. I am not feeling well at all. Elephant on my chest. It's been going on more worse every day for a long time now. Mom's a piece of work. She never knew no different. Now, I don't know. I was trying to think what it is I guess you always limited yourself. Don't think you're stupid or anything, or slow. It looks like you woke up some, I guess compared with a goddamn genius like me, it must have been hard. Well, I'll probably set this to release in 5 years. Shit, I won't make it through this month. I don't know. It's end of January. Maybe. I had I wasn't a bad person, I was responsible, and did the things I was supposed to. And as far as Jesse and everything, wasn't my fault, and I've looked at that a million times. I tried. They just made it impossible for me to do anything, and I don't care what you think of me. Oh, I really appreciate a couple times. I'm not going to go on a down note, but right before Dad died, you pointing out, and Dad gave me that pill bottle, and I left it in that room, but I didn't do anything wrong, but you just had to point it out to him, you motherfucker. Thank you. I didn't like him anyway, but it just, overall, yeah, I don't know, you got to be a self-important, cocky motherfucker worse than me, but you were good. You got the money, man. You realized it's all about the money, and you got that money. That's sweet dollars. Shit. But, and all that biblical bullshit, a man should cleave to his wife, and don't misuse the fucking Bible like that. That's not what it meant. You're always supposed to stick with and support your family. It's just you. I don't know. I don't want to turn it into an angry thing, but you were worse than me as far as just taking care of yourself a bit, but you don't see it and never will, and you'll argue that, that's that ego and arrogance, you thought you were so fucking important. So quick to side with Dad and just keeping me in my little place, He pulled some stunts, and there's no excuse, You were a fucking asshole sometimes. Don't want an RV parked in my driveway for days, weeks, and months. Fuck, like a little piece of shit house in Nevado, Missouri. You don't see the big picture. You're a kid. You don't see you haven't been sick yet. Wait until you're sick for a long time and need some support, and everybody's gone. But I'm not going to be resentful. It's just, and I'm not, actually. I'm pretty cool. I was just thinking about that day we were riding in that goddamn truck, you know. And I'm going to heaven. God don't function like there's not some big cosmic bully that wants you to bow down and suck his dick. I mean, please. That's men who put that in there. All knowing, all loving, and all powerful, but suck my dick. Why would he care? He doesn't. You know. I think he's there, but it's not like you guys call it. I'm going to have a happy hunting ground. Won't be no funeral for me. Won't even be anything. The state will take my body away. What do you think, Mom can afford it? I ain't pissed. You did what you did. It wasn't bad. I wish it could have been different, man. And it could have been. Do something badass and epic before you die, dude. Badass and epic.